What is up, my friends? You are welcome back to our match reaction here on Anfield Agenda after Liverpool have beaten Bournemouth by 2-1 at the Vitality to book their place in the quarter-final of the League Cup. We are going to stay on and take you through the game, do our man of the match poll, and we will stay on all the way through until the quarter-final draw takes place, which will happen after the Manchester United Newcastle game, which is currently underway. And it's 3-0 to Newcastle, by the way, and that one at Old Trafford with 25 minutes to go. But before we get stuck into it tonight and get to talking about match reaction, player ratings, all that kind of stuff, we want to just let you know that on days like today, you need one thing and one thing only, and that is Surfshark, which is an app or browser extension which allows you to change your location and access websites in other countries and keeping you safe from hackers. Surfshark lets you virtually travel the world with just the tap of a finger. For example, using Surfshark, we here in Ireland can access other countries' Netflix libraries, the UK services such as BBC iPlayer, or streaming services like that all-important DAZN subscription that we have in Spain. Surfshark keeps you safe and private by protecting everything you do online. Surfshark's particularly good if you're out and about. Let's say you're at college, you're in public Wi-Fi, you're at a cafe, something like that. Surfshark will also allow you to use just one subscription across all of your devices. They even encourage you to let your family and friends use it as well. On top of this, Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like the product, you can always get your money back. Don't forget, you can upgrade to Surfshark One, which also includes the VPN, an alert system for breaches related to your data, such as emails and credit cards, and antivirus software for your desktop. Our magnificent sign-up offer means that you can get Surfshark VPN for just over €2 per month, as well as up to 6 months free. Simply scan the QR code on screen or use the code Anfield Agenda, all one word, at checkout. Right, let's get to the comments. OG Lizzie said Darwin could do it in a cold, rainy night in Stoke. Oh, I'm still getting over the goal. Honestly, like there's not many things in this world that make me shut up. And that strike was just so good. If you haven't had the joy of seeing it yet, you're in for a treat. It was amazing. Now, what I'm going to ask you for and your help first, my friends, is to let us know your suggestions for our Man of the Match poll. Regular viewers will know that we ask you, the Anfield Agenda audience, to let us know your Man of the Match. But to do that, we need suggestions for the poll. So we need 4 names today for the Man of the Match poll. Let us know your thoughts. Is Ten Hag getting sacked? Well, I don't know, but they're 3-0 down here, and I have the game on in the background with 23 minutes to go. Right. So, Sobotlai, Kwanzaa, Darwin. Who else is in the chat here? We're thinking. Kwanzaa was really good tonight. I love that shout from you guys, by the way. So, I think, yeah, Kwanzaa, Sobotlai, got to go for Darwin with that great goal as well. What other ones are we in the chat? Right, let's go. Gomez, Sobotlai, Darwin, and Kwanzaa. I think that's a good 4. So we'll get that poll up in the chat, and of course, ask you guys to let us know your thoughts. Look, I'm happy. I'm a bit relieved as well, to be honest with you, because if that game had gone to penalties, it's a lottery. You never know what's going to happen. So the fact that we were able to go on and push to get that second goal, and what a goal it was from Darwin Núñez. It's just underlined his credentials as an absolute superstar. Honestly, incredibly good. Kelleher's the best Irish keeper on all of earth. I exist. Jokes. Look, I thought Kelleher did well tonight, except for that goal. Because, look, it's difficult. When you're a keeper and that corner's whipped in on top of you like it was, it's tough. But he tried to come to it, got caught in between 2 Bournemouth players, and then Kluivert was there at the back post to slot it home. But you know what? It doesn't matter because Darwin stepped up, and I can't say enough what an amazing goal that was. And look, Cody Gakpo's goal was no easy goal either. If you look at it, with a corner, it was cleared by Bournemouth. It broke the edge of the box. Elliott strikes the ball low, and in kind of a pirouetting motion, Gakpo flicks it and turns. He flicks it, the keeper makes a save, but he turns back around to be met with the ball coming back at him again, and he side foots it home to give us the lead. So 2 good goals in different ways tonight, but enjoy that Darwin Núñez goal, my friends. Just watch it back over and over and over. Preferably in your underwear. I think it deserves to be watched in your underwear. That's a bit of a Discord joke, by the way. I'm not just being cringy. There's this thing in a Discord group, or one particular community member, every time we win and we're on Match of the Day, he said, time to watch Match of the Day naked on the sofa. Colin said, wow, what a game, what a win. Only top 4 club left in this cup. I think it's ours to win. A perfect start to the season. Love you, Craig. Love you guys too. Thank you, Colin. And I'm still going to take you up on that roast beef sandwich, mate, over in the deli that your parents run over in Cincinnati. I think it's in Ohio anyway. The draw is after this game. It's after this game. So we got to wait for United to get dumped out here by Newcastle. So now that we are in the quarterfinal, who do you guys want us to get drawn against? It's Cleveland. There we go. Thank you, Colin. Cleveland. Who do you guys want to get drawn against in the quarterfinal? So the man of the match poll is up. The 4 options that you guys have to vote on are Jarrell Kwanzaa, Dominic Szoboszlai, Darwin Núñez, or Joe Gomez. They are your options for your man of the match today. Fulham. Everton would be delicious, wouldn't it? A home game against Everton would be delicious. Everton or Fulham, some people are saying as well. Port Vale. I mean, look, I wouldn't say no to a Port Vale. Port Vale at home, I would not say no to. We had a tough game today because of the weather. Bournemouth were also good in the same weather. We won, though, said Gulag. Yeah, look, it was difficult conditions for both teams tonight, but we managed to get through it, and that's the most important thing. And now we've booked our place in the last 8. Kwanzaa is Van Dijk regen, said Pirate. I can see where you get it from. There was one moment, Pirate, in pre-season where Jarrell Kwanzaa played a ball from the left centre-back position diagonally into Mohamed Salah on the right wing, and it absolutely could have been Virgil van Dijk. Technique was similar, and it was just as good. So I'm with you. I thought Jarrell Kwanzaa was brilliant today. Craig, did you ever go to a Liverpool match? Yes, I've been to Anfield over 30 times, Sean. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a double-edged sword when you run a channel, because I could get some tickets and go over, but ultimately I have employees, I have business partners, I have sponsors, I have people that, of course, I need to make content for. So I'm trying to get over to a game in the second half of the season. Yeah, I'm really confident I'll get to one this season, but I'm going to just not tell people I'm going. I'm going to just go and let it be a surprise when I'm not here. Because after what happened on the Real Madrid one, I don't want that happening again. No more. It was a tough night that night when my son heard me being threatened down the phone by some scouser who got my number from somewhere. Actually, it was leaked on Twitter, I think. And it wasn't a nice moment for my son to hear that. He got upset, obviously, as you can imagine. So I'm trying to get over, mate. But long story short, when you run a channel, it's difficult because you've got difficult decisions to make. Liverpool versus Port Vale. Craig, you're going to be visiting more people than Michael Palin and Carl Pilkington. I still get freaked out by some of the numbers that we get for some of our watch-alongs and streams these days. I'm very grateful, though. Let me say that. Who's your favourite player and why? You mean at Liverpool? I need more context than that. In the world, Messi. Ever, Maradona or Messi. At Liverpool right now, Alisson, although, as my friend pointed out in the chat earlier on, I said McAllister earlier on in the season, but Robbie Fowler of all time. When is the draw? After this game, Binyam. This game has to finish, and then the draw will take place for the quarterfinal. So I was praying that United's game doesn't go to penalties, because that would just drag this out even longer. But it won't be on to penalties, because with 75 minutes on the clock at Old Trafford, it is Manchester United 0, Newcastle United 3. So the man of the match poll. So far, it's a 2-horse race between Jarrell Kwanzaa and Darwin Núñez with nearly 1,400 votes cast. Newcastle still pushing here with Callum Wilson. 15 minutes to go at Old Trafford. That is so Adam posted earlier on to say that he thinks Ten Hag needs to go. And Adam's at the game at Old Trafford tonight. And he tweeted, earlier on to say that Ten Hag needs to go at United. And we had a poll on our Anfield Agenda watch along where we asked, do you think Ten Hag will get sacked if United lose tonight? And it was really close. 50% said no, 49% said yes. There's always 1% missing on a YouTube poll for some reason. Now would be a good time to do a food battle. Not gonna lie. Oh, almost another one from Longstaff there. Strike from distance that had United's keeper pedaling across to his right-hand side. Finn, thank you so much for your lovely super chat, buddy. Thank you. It really blows my mind when people like donate £10. Like, it means a lot, mate. Thank you. I never ever take those super chats for granted. I promise you. Don't know about you, Craig, but I just feel like we had a sense of inevitability and fear factor I haven't felt since 21-22. Young squad to grow as well. What a time to be a fan. I mean, I couldn't have summed it up much better than your good self. It feels like we've every reason to be optimistic as Liverpool fans now, Finn. It's tough not to get carried away at times, but look, I'd rather get carried away on a wave of optimism than be stuck in the feeling of negativity. And like last year, you look at that midfield and it was just, you just wondered where we were going to get any legs from. It didn't matter who was fit, who was available. We looked like we were running in treacle at times. Now we've got a different headache, a good headache. Who plays? So many good options. It's great. I'm loving life now. South Africa is in the house. Narrant, how are we? Paul Welch said, the squad are the problem. How many managers have been sacked? I get where you're coming from. And I don't know the answer to what the fault is at Manchester United. But what I can say is you've gone through a lot of managers and a lot of money at Manchester United. And managers wide-ranging in careers, ability. You know, you've had the likes of Jose Mourinho, Louis van Gaal, experienced managers. You've had young, inexperienced managers like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You've had Erik ten Hag, who's a bit of the flavour of the month because of the job he did at Ajax. And for whatever reason, it just never works out. And you have to say, is it just a culture thing at Old Trafford? So apparently Paul Gorst of The Echo has put out that Liverpool's flight back to Merseyside has been cancelled due to Storm Kieran. So maybe Liverpool are going to have to jump on a coach or maybe fly home tomorrow. I don't know, but that is just a bit of news dropping from Paul Gorst. A couple of super chats here to go through. Thank you so much again, guys. Nessie said, I hope we push all the way to the end of this competition. An early trophy would really motivate our new lads for the final phase of the season. Couldn't agree more. As I said earlier on, I love the League Cup. The detective said, tough game, tough conditions. We did it on a cold, windy night. Some pundits were questioning whether our team could do it in tough conditions. Certainly answered that question tonight, my friend. Inferno Gaming said, hey, Craig, love from Straya. Two things. Bayern were knocked out of the DFB by a third division team. Ooh, ouch. And when is your handsome piece of man coming to Sydney? Oh, I'd love to go to Australia, but I've always had this thing in my mind. If ever I get the chance to go to Australia and or New Zealand, I'd want to go for at least 6 weeks, you know, to do it justice. Because it will be. We use the term a lot of time, once in a lifetime trip, but that would be. So hopefully. The thing I can say to you is our friend Brian, LFC USA, has a call tomorrow with a potential venue in Boston for our proposed Anfield Agenda live show in March that we're hoping to try and get over the line for Boston. So as soon as we have a confirmation or more news, if any, on that, we will let you know. Can't beat the traditional cup, said Buffalo Soldier. Kane ain't winning a trophy, said Inferno Gaming. Will I stay on for the draw? 100%, mate. Yeah, I promise you that. We're on tonight for the draw no matter what happens. Right, I'm going to go through and give Connor a reply here because Connor likes me to give him my player ratings. So bear with me while I just take down this. 1 sec. I am unclipping. There we go. I'm unclipping my phone holder here that I use for TikTok, which I won't be doing anymore because it's just a cesspit. I love putting up TikTok videos, but I never read the comments. But tonight, there were lovely people on TikTok, by the way. I'm not trying to say everybody on TikTok's an asshole, but I had racist comments towards Cody Gakpo. I had people talk about murder and scousers. People say 97 wasn't enough. And I'm not here for that. Nobody should be here for that. None of us should have to look at that nonsense. So yeah, we had to just drop that one. Right, let me just get through this. Right, so 1, 2, 3. Okay. So the draw numbers as well. Thank you. 1 Middlesbrough, 2 Port Vale, 3 Liverpool, 4 Chelsea. Which way have you done these? Yeah, 1 Middlesbrough, 2 Port Vale, 3 Liverpool, 4 Chelsea, 5 Everton, 6 Fulham, 7 Newcastle, 8 West Ham. The Liverbird said, do you think Kwanzaa could replace Van Dijk soon? Soon, probably not. Long term, it's looking very likely, yes. He's looking very much good enough to do that long term. But it's great that we have that beautiful mixture of somebody right at the business end of their career with Van Dijk and then a young centre back like Gerald Kwanzaa, who of course is going to learn alongside Virgil van Dijk, which is just awesome. Right, I'm just doing out my player ratings here for Connor. Okay. It's 10 o'clock. What, the draw? The draw is whenever this game's over. Chris Walter, thank you for your super chat, my friend. Said, and a very generous one as well, $20, mate. Thank you. Said heading to Anfield in April from West Virginia. Now all I'm thinking of is country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, country roads take me home. Ruining your super chat. Do you think that if Liverpool start Gomez at right back, if he still keeps holding on to form, that Klopp can move Alexander-Arnold into a permanent number 6 role, or is that a dumb question? No, absolutely no dumb questions. I don't see I don't see the upside of it, because if we have Trent who's able to do the right back role and sort of combine that with that number 6 quarterback-esque type role, I don't know why we look for another solution. You know, if he's able to do it and we're still benefiting from it, let him play where he's playing. You know, as long as we've got that right centre back and the right wingers that can come back and cover. Yeah, I don't feel Trent's a natural number 6, but with his passing range, you of course want him in the action areas where he can have a big impact, which is the centre of the pitch. So let's just leave him as he is. But never a silly question, my man. There's no such thing as a silly question. Football is an opinions business. One Football gave Dom a 2.6 at a what? 2.7? And thank you for that super chat as well, Finley Years Guitar. Let's be fair, said Ben. They should do the draw now because it's over for United. Yeah, but Ben, I like knowing that you're feeling every second of this. Every moment is just tearing at your heartstrings a little bit more as United fall further and further into obscurity. You can see at Old Trafford there. Look, she's almost empty. Half the place is empty. People have gone home, and I'm here for it. Right. Sorry, I'm still going through these player ratings. Mm-hmm. I thought Elliott was great in the centre, said John Williams. Yeah, literally as you said that, mate, I've just been doing my player ratings and I was doing Harvey Elliott just as you mentioned that. What a screamer from Nunes. Said it was a wonderful goal. If you haven't had the pleasure of looking at Darwin's goal tonight, check it out. It's amazing. Nearly finished my player rating. Sorry. I hate when I have to look away for a second. And who's the last one? Right, there we go. Done with them. Our Liverpool favourites. For this, you'd have to say, depending on the draw, us or Newcastle, you'd have to say probably favourite three. You can't rule West Ham out as well after their very good 3-1 victory tonight over Arsenal. Yeah, the draw is tonight, Robert. Anybody asking about the draw? The draw is as soon as this game at Old Trafford is over, and it is 86.5 minutes on the clock. It's still Manchester United 0, Newcastle United 3. Couple of Wayne Mardle shirts there in the Newcastle away end. Nothing wrong with it, lads. Have a good one. The lads are feeling no cold there, and somebody has the old binoculars out as well. Oh my God, this man of the match poll is so close between two people. So we've had nearly 2,500 votes. We've asked you, Jarrell Kwanzaa, Darwin Núñez, Dominic Szoboszlai, or Joe Gomez. And so far it's 42% for Jarrell Kwanzaa and 41% for Darwin Núñez. So very, very close. United are trying to get a consolation. I almost feel sorry for them, said Red Sai. Ramsdale is proper shite, said David Newell. And also, let's check in on our sub count. Where are we at? Oh, we were 140 away. 140 subscribers from 225,000. So please do hit that subscribe button if you're with us for the first time. Again, we're all excited to see the draw, and we will bring it to you as soon as this game is over and they get cracking. Ten Hag again ruining the bald look for everybody. All of us baldies now have to listen to Ten Hag ruin it for us. Ruin it. Me and Pep Guardiola were doing our best, but in comes Eric Lasso, and it's all gone by the wayside. 225k subs before the draw. Alex, that's what I'm trying to do, mate. I'm trying my best to get there, because what a night that would be. It's a huge milestone for us. And yeah, I'd love to do it. So please do hit the sub button if you're new. Did you see the Bayern score knocked out by a third division, 15th in the league side? No, I didn't. I'm going to have a look at that now, actually. Let's have a look at the... in the Scottish Premiership, Celtic won 2-0. Rangers are 2-0 up away in their game. Let's have a look here at the German Cup, what Bayern's result was. How do you lose 2-1 to a third division side when you've got the likes of Tom? Let's have a look at the lineup that Bayern went with. So they had Neuer, Sarr, De Ligt, Kim, Davies, Kimmich, Sané, Muller, Kratzig, Tell, and Choupo-Moting. And then they brought off Lamer, Coman, Gnabry, and Musiala. So they had a strong squad. And they got knocked out. Oh, my days. You are not doing the draws. Again, we are, but the draw is after this game at Old Trafford. There's a chance of you getting sacked in the morning coming out as well. Kwanzaa reminds me of a modern Alan Hansen, said John Williams. Thank you for that, mate. Yes, I'll take that. He's got that calmness about him all right. Inferno Gaming said, I think my team against Luton would be. So he's gone for Trent, Kwanzaa, Matip, Gomez, Endo, Jones, Clark, Gakpo, Núñez, Elliott. Give the young lads a run. No way. Not a chance. I'd be taking any chances in the league away from home. This will be one of Luton's FA Cup finals, mate. So I think we have to go strong. against them away from home. And if we can get a couple of goals or a few goals up in the first half hour or 45 minutes, then by all means bring off some of the youngsters. But when you're in a good vein of form and things are going your way, I don't think you can take any chances. You want to keep that confidence going. You want to keep the run going. Getafe won 12-0 in the Copa del Rey. Let me just check in on that one as well. So Copa del Rey results, Leganes 2-0, Rayo Vallecano 6-0. Where's that one you're looking about? 12-0, yeah. Getafe 12-0. Wow, that's some result. And there was a 12-1 win for Real Betis as well. That's crazy. Some absolute crazy games. Fair enough, just thought they'd be an easy game. At home, Inferno Gaming, maybe. But away from home, I don't know. I feel it would be an unnecessary risk. 4 minutes. And again, I don't mean that to sound rude to you at all, my man. Again, I was just giving you my honest assessment. So 4 minutes being added on at Old Trafford. We've had 1 minute of that. And it is going to be Newcastle who book their place in the quarterfinal. I think it's us versus Newcastle in the next round at MCC. I don't know. I think we all want the Port Vale draw, right? But let's wait and see. A home draw is what you look for first, right? You want to be a home. Do you think Eric Seven Hag should be getting the sack? Yes. I said this many times. I don't know how we didn't get it after we beat them 7-0 because they'd just been beaten 6-2 recently then by Man City. City have just trounced them again. And this is back-to-back 3-0 losses at Old Trafford. How's that good enough for a Manchester United manager? City just whooped them, and now they're getting pulled apart by Newcastle. I mean, look, it isn't really my place to say, but I don't know how you can have belief that he's going to do right long term. He's already crying about these United players don't have the technical skill set that his Ajax team had, blah, blah, blah. Ultimately, the man spent a shit ton of money and just went and brought in players from the Eredivisie or players he'd worked with previously and overpaid for them all. So I whether it's now or whether it's next month or 6 weeks, I think he gets the sack. Do you think we can beat City away? It's not going to be easy, Pirate. It isn't. You want a strong referee first and foremost in that game, but it would make a big statement, wouldn't it? That 12:30 kickoff, though, really does just make me nervous, especially after an international break. But if I'm not mistaken, I think Mo doesn't go away with Egypt during November. So hopefully Mo gets a proper rest and is raring to go for that one. Would you like Bruno Guimaraes at Liverpool? I've never, he's a good player, but I've never been as besotted by the idea as some people seemingly have been. And now that he has, 100 million buyout clause, I wouldn't be paying that for him. We are 120 subscribers away from hitting 225k. So please do hit that subscribe button if you're new. Excuse me. We're just at the end of this one at Old Trafford. We're in the final 15 seconds. Darwin is the perfect mold of Suarez and Torres. That goal made me jump out of my seat. I was genuinely lost for words, mate. And it doesn't happen often, as you know. But I was just I couldn't believe what I seen when he unleashed it. It's all over at Old Trafford. It is all over. Eddie Howe's side have beaten Manchester United by 3-0 to book their place in the quarterfinal of the League Cup. Maybe a bit of redemption for those Newcastle players after the League Cup final loss at the end of last season. But there's more questions than answers at the moment under Ten Hag and Manchester United. Smash City in a couple of weeks. Oh, God, I'd love it. What a statement it would be if we could go to the Etihad and get a win. To finish them off, Ronaldo was next manager, said John Williams. I mean, it's a good question. Like, who would you suggest? If you were Manchester United and you did make that decision to fire Eric Ten Hag, who are you bringing in? Who's going to want to come in and take that job at the moment? Like United will always be an attractive club, but it also feels like a poison chalice at the moment. Ten Hag's a great coach, but only for a team like Ajax. Look at how both Ajax and Ten Hag have fallen from grace after the parting. See, the thing Inferno Gaming that I've always tried to say about Ten Hag and push back on is I've never I've never understood what he's trying to do at Manchester United. Like, there's no identity for me there. I don't look at that Manchester United team and feel there's a specific way of playing or anything that. Sorry, I'm just going to turn this on so we can get the draw. Um, a specific way of playing or anything that, for me, gives United an identity. It always just feels like they defend a little bit deep, and then they try to play the ball into the channels um, for the likes of Rashford. And I don't know. I just don't see a structure, a style of play, an identity in the team. You look at Liverpool and the Klopp, absolute identity. You look at Pep Guardiola with City, absolute identity. Even Ange Postecoglou, who's coming into Spurs this season, you look at that team and you think, yes, it's in the mold of the manager. You can see what he's trying to do. Roy Keane. Oh, Jesus, imagine. Respect for the Newcastle win, said George. James Lawler, thank you, buddy, for gifting 5 Anfield Agenda memberships. You're very kind. Who's your dream signing? I just want us to bring in a DM at this point. That's all. Not too much to ask for. For some reason, my Sky Q box here is not playing ball. Don't worry, we will be taking you to the draw. Don't worry about that, folks. Sure. So Newcastle had not won back-to-back games against Manchester United in 51 years, but guess what? They have now. And that is also, according to Ben, Newcastle's biggest win at Old Trafford since 1930. So all signs are pointing to a great Ten Hag revolution. I'm going to get the draw up on my phone because Sky Go or Sky Glass, that's just people cheering for me outside. I opened the window for a second. Many dream signing, but unlikely. Camavinga. I mean, if I could have anybody, I wouldn't mind a bit of Camavinga. Right, let's see. Which channel's doing the draw? Anybody know which is Sky doing the draw on their channel? What about Jude? I don't feel we need Jude at this moment in time. Sky are doing the draw. Cool. Watch which channel do you know? Which Sky channel is it on? I'll watch it here on my phone. Sky, yeah, Sky, but which one? I know they'll share YouTube, but it'll be a Sky Sports Football. There you go. That makes sense. Right, we'll watch on this one. Cool. There you go. Nice. Right, I have that ready for the draw, so we're all good there. Eddie Jones would be a great manager for United. Yeah, look, I mean, again, we'll end our man of the match poll because, oh my, I don't think we've ever had a closer poll than this. So we're going to end it because we've had 3,400 votes. And your Anfield Agenda man of the match is Jarrell Kwanzaa with a little tick. It says 41-41 there, but it's 42-41 to Kwanzaa. That was the number that was coming through. So I'm going to say congratulations. The only era coming to an end is Ten Hag, said Finley Years Qatar. Sabrina! Could you come here, please? Make it a draw for man of the match. No, Kwanzaa won it. I know it shows 41-41, but Kwanzaa won it. Yes. The Sky Q box isn't working. The glass box, puck, whatever the fuck this piece of shit is called, is not working. Yes, Liverpool's flight has been cancelled, Rachel. That was posted by, I think, Paul Gorst of the Echo. So yes, I don't know if they're going to stay overnight now in Bournemouth or if they're going to get a coach home. Darwin's goal made me firmly grab my you said tats, so I'm going to read out what you've said. Mr. McGee. The draw is 10:45. No way it's that late. So it is 10:45. I'm going to stay on. So the draw is 10:45, but we're staying on. We're just mad enough to do that, you know. No, I'd like my wife to kill time by making the skybox work and stop talking and looking at me weird. I'm not looking at you. YouTube said 10:30. I mean, they love milking this shit because they know they've got the views right now. So they're going to drag this out and out and out. But I'm going to stay on. I'm that stubborn that I'm going to stay on here and make sure that we don't be disconnecting on the internet or at love. The whips. The whips. See? Let's press the whips. No. Yes. There you go. Right, we've got that working now, so we can get it on the big TV. Just need a technical genius to help him. Sorry, our poet laureate has arrived into the room here. You didn't say I couldn't use AI. You said I needed to write it. I wrote it out and sent it to you. Luke Seeger, how are we, mate? The draw's coming up soon. What channel do we need? Just pass me the thank you, by the way, for your help. Appreciate you. Turn off the big one. Yeah, I would. Who ended up being the Liverpool man of the match? Sorry. Jarrell Kwanzaa. It was really close vote. It was 42% to Jarrell Kwanzaa, and it was 41% for Darwin Núñez. So yeah, really close. But Mr. Kwanzaa, and look, I'm delighted for him. I know that's going to be the biggest accolade he's received in his career so far. So if Klopp hasn't told him, somebody needs to go into the Liverpool dressing room and tell Jarrell Kwanzaa that he has been given the Anfield Agenda audience man of the match, which, let's be honest, Ballon d'Or, Anfield Agenda man of the match is 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, really. How many Anfield Agenda man of the match votes has Messi won? That's all I'm going to say. Liverpool are returning home by coach. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I don't know. How far is Bournemouth from Liverpool? I have no idea. I don't know my English geography. So Bournemouth will be down bottom coast, right? Southampton area? That kind of neck of the woods? So 265 miles or about 5 hours. That's if I'm not driving. If I'm driving, we're home in 3.5 hours there. But wow, 5 hours. Do you know what? The good news for the lads is they're probably on the coach now, so they can watch us live. So Klopp and the boys can be on the way back to Liverpool watching an Anfield Agenda live stream where, of course, they'll get the updates on the draw as well. So I can only assume Kwanzaa is watching now. So Jarrell, man of the match, dude, well in. How does it take 5 hours to do that, by the way? Like, my arithmetic for these type of things is immediately, I don't know, 90 miles an hour the whole way home. Sorry, the speed limit the whole way home. So let's say 60 miles an hour the whole way home. So what, an hour? What did you say it was, Ben, in miles? So what? It should be 4 and a bit hours by my calculation. But obviously there's going to be some road works because England loves a bit of road works. Yeah, but surely the traffic is not going to be that bad at this time of the night anywhere. 5 hours. Ouch. That's uh that's a long trip. They probably have to stop for a little cheeky Nando's or something on the way back somewhere. 4 hours, 50 minutes to get from Bournemouth to Liverpool. Jesus. I mean, so on a flight then what, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that? Because I know when we go to Liverpool, the flight only takes, it says an hour, but it only takes about 35 minutes. It's bad in LA 24/7. Yeah, yeah, but Bournemouth and LA, not quite the same. Hey Craig, I felt bad for Kelleher. It was bad with the ball at his feet, looked clumsy. I mean, I don't remember Kelleher making many mistakes with the ball at his feet, but also it was biblical conditions out there tonight. Like the worst part for Kelleher tonight, I think, was his half coming for that corner that they equalised from. He seemed to get caught between two Bournemouth players and never really looked like getting towards the ball. And we had a little bit of a let off in the first half as well. I think if my memory's right, Joe Gomez was on the back post and cleared one off the line from an in-swinging corner in the first half. What's Rice and Bruno doing on the draw? I don't know. Yeah, neither of them in there. So Feckham is it wasn't a great reunion for Declan Rice. Was he? Did he play tonight? Actually, I didn't see if Declan Rice even played for Arsenal, but it wasn't a great return to the London City Stadium for him, as he had his backside handed to him. So right, we'll get the Sky Sports open. Always amazes me that the home club doesn't have its own plane. Seem to use private jet. I mean, I can't even imagine the cost of Liverpool keeping a plane. It would make no sense for any football club to own a plane. That's why you've got travel partners and sponsors like who lay on those planes for you. So I know in the MLS, isn't there something in the MLS that you're only allowed to use private planes for a certain amount of games, and anything else you have to use um, scheduled flights. So you have to use commercial flights. I can't remember how many it is, but I do know there's some rule in the MLS that, you know, America's so vast and games can be so far apart that they can only use private planes so many times a season. I thought Gomez did well. I personally feel he could also have won man of the match. He was brilliant, Marvin. I agree with you. I sent my player ratings to Connor, and I'm going to record them after this. But yeah, I think Joe Gomez was solid today, definitely. As was Matip, as was Jarrell Kwanzaa. Not really too many poor performances in the Liverpool shirt tonight. Will Thiago be fit for the City game? Well, he won't be playing. There's no chance in hell that Thiago comes back between now and that City game in 3 weeks and gets up to fitness ready to start that game. You may see him if he returns coming off the bench for a cameo or something, but yeah, I very, very, very much doubt that we'll see him starting that game. It's going to be probably the new year before he gets up to fitness because he's had no preseason either. Are you covering the draw? Yeah, I have it on the background here, mate, just waiting for it. Port Vale at Anfield would do fine, said Gene Lawley. Let's have a look at our. I'm so excited that we're closing in on this sub count, by the way. 100 subscribers to go until we get to 225,000. So please do hit that subscribe button. We'd love to get there between now and the time the draw's finished. I take Port. Look, the first thing you want in any cup draw is a home draw, right? You want to be at home, and I always do a little fist pump in my inside for the people in the Auto Cup scheme, you know, because every time Liverpool got a home draw, you know that somebody somewhere is happy because they get to go to a Liverpool game. Some people only get to go to cup games because that's the only in they can get. So always feel happy if we get a home draw. I love your channel. Thank you. That's really kind of you, mate. Really appreciate your support. We've been very fortunate. We've had lots of new amazing people come and join the Anfield Agenda community, and we're very grateful for them. I love the green kit, said Malcolm Billington. It's growing on me, Malcolm. When it was first released, I have to admit I wasn't too excited by it, but It looks very good as a kit together, and my son has the home or the green and white shirt as well, and it looks really nice. I say it changed my opinion on it over time. Dylan's the best LFC channel. Well, that is our hope and our goal, Dylan, mate. That's someday we hope to become the most subscribed Liverpool fan channel. I think, well, I know we're the most viewed, so we'll take that. But look, it's an honor, as I keep saying, like to be able to share our own love of the club with each other, with you guys. It's class. So thank you for all your support. Can't see Thiago starting any game, if I'm being honest, said Chris Tatton Music. I struggle to figure that out myself, Chris. Like what do you sacrifice to get Thiago into the team? You don't want to ruin the great vibe that's going on now with the likes of Gravenberch, Soboslai, McAllister, Jones, Elliott. I don't see where his future is. And if you're talking about in a number 6, well, you've still got Endo, McAllister in there as well. You've got young Bajcetic to come back, and the likelihood of us bringing in maybe Andre Trinidad from Fluminense in January is probably high as well. So like it's so difficult for me because I don't want to disrespect Thiago Alcantara because he's awesome. He's amazing. And it's a pleasure to watch them put on a Liverpool shirt, but I just don't know where the future is from in this last 6 months. I don't know where the minutes come from. Old Trafford is now the theatre of nightmares, said Dominic Sobosexual. Love that name. And he threw a 69 in at the end of it because why not? New subscriber from Myanmar. There we go. Am I on Sunday for the Luton match? Oh, God, yes, Sean. 100%. Sunday, Luton game will be starting at 3:30. I'll be on Top of the League, our other channel. So please do subscribe to Top of the League. If you don't know about it, it is our second channel that we launched about a month ago now. Myself and Adam Stott are going to be the two presenters on there. Obviously, we've got Connor and Ben doing the graphics and the technical stuff as well. On there, we're going to be covering all the big Premier League games that don't involve Liverpool, of course, although some of them will, because Adam's doing a watch along on there of the Liverpool game as well. We're going to be covering the big European games, breaking news stories, and of course, with the transfer window coming up, myself and Adam will be very much chained to our chairs to make sure that we bring you guys as much transfer news and gossip as we can ahead of that busy January window. Well, I hope it's going to be a busy window all around. But look, please do jump across the Top of the League. Maybe Ben can put a link in to the top of the chat so we can get you guys there and hit that subscribe button. We're closing in on, we're about 18,500 on there. Have I been to a Liverpool match? Absolutely. I've been to, well, mate, frankly, I've been very fortunate. I was in Istanbul, I was in Athens, I've been to Anfield plenty of times. It's just been a little bit since I've been over. Since the channel started to gain some traction, it's difficult to leave and go over to a game because you're losing income, you're losing um, viewers, and you're losing that experience, of course, of having a chat with everybody during the watch-alongs. What was that weird noise I heard? Oh, I thought it was something in my house. I thought it was an alarm going off or something. We're still waiting for the draw. Don't worry, guys. They're just going through the Newcastle goals here now at the minute. And look, I won't get tired of seeing United conceding. I'm about to see Hall's goal now. Ball breaks, edge of the box, volley. Onana can't do anything about it. Into the corner. Boom. 2-0. Which Istanbul? 2005. We've only been in one Istanbul final, my friend. So, yes, 2005. Boom. 18,500 subs on top of the league. We love that. Have we not got that pinned up yet? Where's the link? My favorite YouTuber. Thank you, Frankie. Much appreciated, sir. Right, there we go. Thoughts on the state of Bayern? I mean, I don't know how they lost to a third division team tonight, mate. That's really shocked me that they've been knocked out there. Well, there we go. We'll pin that to the top of the chat as well. So the link to There you go. The link to subscribe to the top of the league is now pinned to the top of the chat if you want to give it a quick sub. Did it finish 3-0? Yeah, it did indeed, Malcolm. It finished Manchester United 0, Newcastle United 3. Can't beat a sound Irish man up awfully. Thank you, Stephen. Much appreciated, my friend. Couldn't se talk to Machara. Lecros, much appreciated. Thank you. Liverpool and Dublin for Europa League final. Oh, Jack, is it wrong that I'm already kind of planning that we're going to be in that final? So for me, I'm thinking I'd love us to do an event where we do a watch along of the final together. We do some content before it, during halftime, and after it. Maybe we even, I don't know, try to bring in other Irish Liverpool content creators together under one roof for the night and enjoy that experience of hopefully watching Liverpool lift a European Cup in Dublin. That's my hope for that night. You know, I could shithouse it and get a ticket and try and go to it, but I want to be around my community. I want to be around my audience together to celebrate that. Imagine 200 or 300 of us together in the Sugar Club or somewhere else to watch that, have a bit of food, have a few drinks, and just celebrate long into the night with a DJ and stuff afterwards. It'd be awesome. The Irish guy. Why would I bring a Newcastle fan in? I mean, I love Michael, don't get me wrong. But why would I be bringing a Newcastle fan to do a watch or help me with a watch along of a Liverpool game? Unless Newcastle drop out of the Champions League into the Europa League and make it to the final, in which case, very much I'll be seeing if True Geordie wants to come over as well. I mean, imagine that. Imagine it was Liverpool, Newcastle. You've got me and, I don't know, let's say another Irish YouTuber. And then you've got the Irish guy and True Geordie on the other side of the table as the two Newcastle representatives. Ooh-wee. That would be class. Actually, I might be going over to do a game with Brian next month or maybe December. We were chatting about trying to get me over for one of the games in December to I haven't been to his new studio yet, so just to go over and check in on the guys at the kickoff and say hello. Might make a little appearance in December. County Louth here, love the channel. Thank you, Darren. Appreciate you, my friend. I just subscribed to your other channel. Appreciate that, Sean Collins. Favorite song? I don't think any human being can have one favorite song because I think your favorite song depends on what mood you're in and what you need from that music at that time. Do you need an uplift? Do you need to reminisce? Do you want to get pumped? You know, I think, yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite song. I think it's a case of what humor I'm in. Do I ever talk to Loz? I've never met. Oh no, I lie. I've met Lawrence once, but not with anything to do with the kickoff. The only time I bumped into Lawrence McKenna was myself and Connor were in London when La Liga TV was being launched. We were at an event and we bumped into Lawrence there and we chatted to him for a few minutes. Really nice guy, you know, very pleasant, but I don't know him. So that's the only time I've chatted with him. Craig and Morley and the Irish going through Geordie. There's no chance of me working with Jonathan Morley. You know, no disrespect intended. Jonathan, to be fair to him, has only ever shown respect towards me, and I intend to show that back to Mr. Morley. But I don't think I don't think that'll be a coming together that you'll see. But again, I want to just reiterate, I do appreciate that when he does ever reach out, he does so in a very respectful manner, and I want to show that respect back to him or anybody else for that matter. So, again, I'm not intending to be in any way facetious. I was at the last show, Craig. I'd love to go to a live watch along if I don't get tickets, said Leon Cook. Thank you, Leon. I loved it. I loved the after the show when we were all just chatting. That was amazing. It was one of my favorite moments in what we're doing here. Still waiting for this draw. I know. Don't worry. We won't forget about you. They're still talking about the game tonight, but we will ask you guys. Oh, there we go. There's a poll. We've asked you guys, who do you want in the quarterfinal? Obviously, there's more options than this, but you know, we'll go through this one first. We're working on trying to get a Boston show for March. LFC USA, Brian has a call tomorrow with a venue which is really close to Fenway Park, actually. So all going to plan, there might be a little Anfield Agenda show just after Paddy's weekend in Boston. Theatre of Dreams, more like the toilet of despair, said Damien Lean. Well, it does leak like a toilet, so there is that. Right, so Mark has sent me some quotes from Jurgen Klopp. He said, "Top, honestly, we should have scored in the first half more with the wind was with us. We scored a wonderful goal in the second half. Conditions were brutal, outrageous. We have to play out. We cannot play long balls because they'll come back. Sometimes it's risky, but we cannot always have a perfect situation. Their corners were really good. I love their goals a lot. Darwin's goal, wow, what a screamer. We're really happy. We wanted to go through. There are millions of ways to win a game, and we found one. We know it wasn't perfect, but we have to learn. What is this? Mood in the dressing room, really good. Jarrow was my man of the match, strong in the tackles. We gave him a ball a lot, and he had a lot to do. Super game. So, Kloppo obviously heard that you guys voted Anfield Agenda man of the match, and he just wants to jump on the bandwagon, Jurgen. I don't blame him. You know, we're very influential. And he's given the man of the match to Jarrow Kwanzaa as well. So, you guys were on the money. So far in that poll, Port Vale were the team most of you wanted. How many subs away? Oh, yeah. Oh, lads, 40. Oh, 40 subscribers away from 225k. So please do hit that subscribe button. Right, quarterfinal draw options number 2. So Newcastle, Chelsea, West Ham are the other ones. Oh, lads, I forgot to keep checking up on that. Yes, we are 40 away. If we win the league, Craig, you should grow your hair. I'm not allowed. Sabrina will not let me. So yeah, Craig, do a live show in Killarney. I had no more plans to do any more live shows. When we did the one in Dublin, I said, and Ben will tell you this, I said to everybody afterwards, that's it. Done it. Take it off. End of it. No more. But I mean, the idea of doing a show in Boston, we'll lose our arse on it financially, but the idea of being able to meet Liverpool fans in Boston and share an evening with them would be awesome. 666 likes, scary. Oh my god, that is a bit scary. Can somebody hit the like button there to make that go up or down one? So we don't want 666 showing up. Is that game still going on? Oh, okay. Ben's freaking me out here, talking about things being level. So just let's recap on the results tonight anyway in the League Cup. West Ham United 3, Arsenal 1. Goals from Ben White, an own goal. Kudus and Jared Bowen with the goals for West Ham. And then Martin Odegaard pulling back a late consolation for Arsenal. The other games tonight finished, of course, Bournemouth 1, Liverpool 2. Bournemouth goal scored by Clivert. Liverpool goal scored by Cody Gakpo and Darwin Núñez. Chelsea beat Blackburn by 2-0. Badiashile and Raheem Sterling with those 2 goals. Everton 3-0 victory in the Sean Dyche derby against Burnley. Ashley Young on the score sheet, Onana on the score sheet, and Tarkowski. Well, at least one Onana did well tonight. Ipswich Town were beaten 3-1 by Fulham in that game. Harry Wilson with the first goal, Tom Carney with the third goal, and Muniz with the second, and then Baggett with the consolation for Ipswich. And at Old Trafford, to finish, Manchester United 0, Newcastle United 3, Miguel Almiron, Lewis Hall, and Joe Willock with those goals. Bowen clutch again. I keep saying it, dude. You know, people are underestimating old Jared Bowen. Right, we are now getting closer to this draw. They've said 10:45, so we're going to stay on like we promised you to take you right through and give you an up-to-date conclusion to the draw for the quarterfinals, which Manchester United are not in. Nah. Ben, did I mention to you that you're not in the quarterfinal draw, Ben? The defending champions, the defending League Cup holders, humbled at home, back-to-back 3-0 losses between Manchester City and Newcastle.
No, you didn't.
So how does it feel?
Feels pretty shit. Pretty shit. But I'm used to it this season, so fuck it.
Craig, did the live show go great? How many people showed up? I think we had about 100 or so there, if I remember correctly. Was it good? That's not for me to say. I enjoyed my part of it. I certainly enjoyed meeting everybody afterwards. That was lovely. And I can't say enough good things about the venue either. They were really nice, looked after us very well. Who's the one player you'd love at Liverpool? Well, it's not fucking Anthony. Camavinga would be awesome to fill that position, that defensive midfield position. But realistically, I think, look, if we can get Andre done, I feels like that'll be a nice little rebuild. 22 subscribers to go. 22. There's not an Everton in the vote. We had 2 votes, Henry, sorry. We had a vote and then we whittled down that vote for the second vote. Mustache if we win. Well, I'm trying. I haven't shaved in about 3 days. Like, for me, I don't have much facial hair, so I could do a tash. I could probably do a tash. Couldn't do it as well as me missus, though. Oh, I'm definitely want this off. Why do I do it to myself? Why do we do it? You're just an idiot.
I'm going to interrupt you for 2 seconds, Craig. What was your target by the end of the year? Be honest with me. When we first started talking after I left the other place, what was your target?
I didn't have one, and that's the honest truth.
Because we'd already gone past the other target you thought about, so
probably 178, wasn't it? 178.
Yeah, it was 178 in sort of mid to late July.
It probably would be somewhere between 2 and 220 for the end of the year.
Easily gone past that.
League Cup number 10 incoming. We can hope so. There's 3,100 people watching, 3,100 people. Please do hit that subscribe button as we're closing in. We're less than 10 away. Oh, we're less than 10 away. Who the fuck is speaking? That was Ben Draughty, as you guys would probably know him better as. You better pray Sabrina didn't hear you. My son's in the kitchen with her, so I know I'm safe. I could hear him talking. Ten Hag was asked how he puts it right, and he stuttered. He doesn't put it right. The only way he puts this right is by leaving, because he's look, he's aging. Look at him already. You can. He's a troubled man there. You can see behind his eyes the pain. Camera's just showing us images of fans around Old Trafford just absolutely crestfallen. That's probably the best phrase I can use. Who do you think's better, Nunes or Rashford? Come on now. Come on. Ooh, 4 subscribers away. 4. He's lost the dressing room. I mean, here's some stats. I'm going to read them out. I'm going to pause this. So, Manchester United under Eric Ten Hag spent almost 411 million since the summer of 2022. Only Chelsea have spent more. He's lost 8 of his first 15 games this season, the most defeats at this stage of a season since 1962-63. Lost 5 of his first 10 Premier League games this season, 2 more defeats than any previous Premier League season. 15 points. Sorry, let's just pause on that 1 sec. 15 points from the first 10 Premier League games. Only second to somebody else there. 1 second, rewind to this. There we go. Sorry, I'm going to read these stats out again because I had to rewind it. Come on. Hurry up and get these stats up on screen. Hurry up and show us these bleeding stats again, will you? Oh, na. Bag of shy. Oh no. Anyway, he's shy. That's the long and short of it. Okay, there we go. Boom. I can read them out now. So the other ones were 15 points from his first 10 Premier League games, only had fewer in 2 previous Premier League seasons, conceded 3 plus goals in 6 of his last 12 games. Ouch! Brian has gifted 50 Anfield Agenda memberships. 50 for us hitting 225,000. Thank you so much, Brian. Oh my days. 50! Brian, that is awesome, man. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how generous that is. Wow. That's amazing. I mean, that's what the community is all about. But that is so cool, man. Thank you. So yes, much love to Brian. Don't forget he had massive luck in at least 3 games, said Jensk. I mean, Jens, are you sure you're not a Liverpool fan at this point, mate? Because you seem to be more in on Ten Hag than I am, as in from getting the sack. But I can't disagree with you. I've never been convinced on him. And look back to my comments when he came in. I said it would worry me if I was a United fan that he's going back to Ajax and the Eredivisie for a lot of his signings. Brian has said you're all very welcome as well. Thank you. I've had the pleasure of meeting Brian. So when we did the live show in Dublin, Brian and his brother Vern came over from America. And the day after the live show, myself, Connor, and my wife Sabrina went out for dinner with Brian and his brother. And I had the best steak I've ever had, by the way. It was amazing. But it was such a pleasure to meet Brian and get to know him. Who, and again, really, really down to earth sound fella. But he doesn't know what he's letting himself in for when he allows two Irishmen loose in Boston. It's going to get messy, Brian, and not the Lionel Messi, the my pants after Darwin scored type of Messi. Although that just makes it sound like I've promised you orgasms, which is very strange. So we'll just rebuff that. Chris, welcome to Anfield Agenda Ultras, mate. Appreciate you. I can't believe we've passed 225,000, but do keep hitting that subscribe button, by the way. Lads, can we get the bleeding draw? I know, Newcastle beat United. Great. They got their asses handed to them. Give us the draw, please. Don't forget, I will have the player ratings video. That'll be recorded and out as soon as this draw. And just breaking news here, by the way. Manchester United will not be in the draw because they got beaten at home by Newcastle by 3-0. Back-to-back 3-0 defeats, by the way. What are they waiting for? They've just got a specialist team in there. They're just drying up Manchester United fan tears around Old Trafford. They just want to make sure it's all safe for people to get out there because there's been a lot of wah going on tonight at Old Trafford. So they have a specialist cleanup team, the same ones they use to clean up the leaky roof, interestingly enough. David Leslie gifted 10 Anfield Agenda memberships. Thank you so much, my man. I don't know. I've lost track tonight. I think there's about I think it's about 120 gifted memberships tonight, something like that. Consistency is key. Losing 3-0 in a row, Antonio. You're right. Consistency is key. Craig, you'd be a good coach for a team. I'd be a good motivator, Sean, but I don't know about the technical side of it. You know, if you need an any given Sunday type speech. So, for instance, if I'm ever invited to do the Sidemen charity game, I'll show you a proper, speech, not some bullshit that I've just grabbed every buzzword off the internet and tried to throw it together. Imagine going into a dressing room and telling people to get a pen and paper and take this down. Imagine that. Imagine going into a dressing room and saying, write this down. I look, if it happens that day when Craig actually shows the world what a proper motivational speech is like, there'll be tears. There'll be tears because people will be just saying, why do we have to wait this long for this man to be unleashed upon the world? Hooah! Craig, is Sky trying to find out how Liverpool fought and give him the hardest ball? Somebody's probably just sitting on the Chelsea ball now to keep it warm so they know which one to pull out first for Liverpool. That's probably what's going on. They have the Chelsea and Newcastle balls in the microwave now, or the oven, just keeping them warm so they know which one to grab. Look, I'm joking, clearly. I don't think anything suspicious is going on. I'll save that for later. Here we go. Here we go. The draw is finally taking place, my friends. Again, last shout out. Do hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Thank you to our sponsor, Surfshark, as well. You can get yourselves Surfshark's VPN for just over €2 per month, plus up to 6 months free by using our discount code Anfield Agenda at checkout or scanning the QR code on the screen. Of course, they've gone to a little break here. They tease us with the draw and then go to an ad break. They are milking this, and I don't blame them. I understand it. Any news on the DL situation? Not that I'm aware of, Malcolm. Excuse me. No, I'm not aware of any updates. But of course, if we get any, we'll let you know. How long is the membership? 30 days, 1 month. Right, so predictions. What are we thinking for the draw? I'm going to end this one here. I'm going to guess we get Fulham at home. That's my guess. I'm going to guess Liverpool get drawn against Fulham at home. Do we play our starting 11 in the quarters? Again, I would say it depends when that fixture is played, if we're home or away, what our injury looks like, or injury situation looks like at that point. So Chelsea away is, I guess, Everton. A lot of people looking for West Ham. Middlesbrough away is what Lehris is saying. Port Vale for Calvin. Davino is going West Ham away. Davino, remember now, if we do the Boston show, buddy, you're showing up. You promised. I'm going to hold you to that. I've put 15 tickets at the very highest price point away for you with lots of surcharges and add-ons that I've just invented. I had spaghetti bolognese before, but I'm hungry now. I haven't had anything yet to eat today at all. I've had 3 cups of coffee, water, and that's it. But I will be tucking into some grub later on. I've already teased Ben with some baked goods my wife got in the bakery today. Very nice cookies. Craigie. I don't eat till 1 a.m. That's it. I eat once a day at 1 a.m. I'm weird. On holidays, though, I had a croissant every morning, and I felt healthier. I felt like my blood sugar was more level. That makes sense, all right? Come on, Sky. Can we stop with the shit ads and just get to the draw, please? Why are you so beautiful? It's my cross to bear, mate. It's my cross to bear. 1 a.m. Yep, 1 a.m. I'm basically a vampire. I go to sleep at about 7 a.m., get up at about 2:30, and that's my weird sleep structure. Thoughts on Neto to LFC? Look, he's a good player, but he's got a terrible injury record. Eric Ten Hag sacked before Christmas. We're still waiting. They're still dragging out the ads here, by the way, Sky. And it's all ads for their own shit as well, might I say. Thank you, Keen. Said best channel on YouTube. We'll take it someday, maybe, but not now. There's lots of great content creators out there. I'm biting my tongue not to say anything smart here. Craig, do I have 420 before stream? Before stream? No, never. No, I'm very structured, mate, in my life. Nothing until midnight. Nothing. Right. Come on, the hell. Can we get this draw? I mean, they're showing us the clips now. What? showing us the goals from the West Ham game now. Oh, for the love of God, lads, put the feckin' draw on, will you? They're just taking the piss now. Like, they do know people have lives and shit to be getting on with. Like, right, my friends, we have 3,500 people currently with us, and we appreciate each and every one of you taking some time to come and join us. Do hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying the content. It is a real honor for us to be here. Like yourselves, we're anxiously awaiting this draw to take place. Joe Manning, thank you, buddy, for the super sticker. Appreciate you. I still have to record the player ratings video and all. Like, Sky messing up my schedule here. I'm a Scouser watching from Phoenix, Arizona. How are we, Dean? Hope you're well, mate. I would guess it's probably warmer where you are, Dean, than where I am at the minute. So the draw was supposed to be 10:30. Then they pushed it to 11:15. Now they've pushed it to 11. They really are milking it, right? They really are. And then they wonder why people get pissed off at mainstream media for stuff like, just do the damn draw. Botswana, how are we? Wow, welcome in. Thoughts on Kwanzaa today? I thought he was exceptional, mate. Exceptional. And totally agree with Jurgen on giving him man of the match. We had a vote and it was close, but he did win our man of the match poll as well. And very well deserved for Jarrell Kwanzaa. I mean, the lads will be home from Bournemouth on the coach before this draw is done. Do I like Gaelic football? Yes. 5 a.m. in Bangladesh. That wasn't just me giving you a random fact, by the way. Sorry, that was a comment. They really are just taking the Mihal at this point. What do I think of rugby? It's really good. Unless you're Ireland at a World Cup, in which case it's really quarter-finally. It takes time to heat up that Chelsea ball. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Someone's probably sitting on the Chelsea and West Ham balls there to make sure they're warm for us. You sound Irish, are you? Indeed I am, sir. Indeed I am. Greatest MMA fighter ever? I'm not qualified to answer that. Oh, on MMA actually. I've never had any viewing or interaction of Rampage Jackson until I watched an interview on IFL TV that Kugan Cassius did with Rampage Jackson, and I want more Rampage Jackson in my life. That was one of my favorite interviews I've seen in a while. The man just doesn't give a fuck. I love it. I'm here for it. More of that, please. His sense of humor was wicked. Have I visited Malaysia before? No, I haven't had the pleasure, mate. Not yet. I mean, Sky are just taking the piss. Rampage versus, you said a door. You need to see it. I mean, I'd imagine the door doesn't come off too well in that one. He just kept calling Buster Douglas a senile old twat, like, basically. It was so funny just watching it. Rampage was brilliant. You need to see Rampage versus Door. I'm up for Rampage anything. I just thought the man, he just oozes charisma, by the way. Oozes charisma, Rampage Jackson. Like, honestly, just a real sound, tells it as he is type of person. I love that type of people. Somebody who just says it as it is. Somebody who just says what they're thinking, cuts through all the bullshit and gets straight to the point. Rampage and Ariel Helwani interviews are so good, said MCC. Ariel Helwani is awesome. Awesome. One of the most charismatic, natural hosts, interviewers. I cannot speak highly enough for Ariel Helwani. Right, here we go. Finally, the draw. They're pitch side, and the numbers are as follows. Middlesbrough number 1, Port Vale number 2. The number we're looking for is number 3, Liverpool. Chelsea number 4, Everton number 5, Fulham 6, Newcastle 7, West Ham 8. There's my man JC Galvanale. Much love to you, buddy. Much love to you as well. Thank you for your super chat, and I hope you're well. Did anybody leave their phone number in your bowl of sweets? He'll know what I mean. Right, here we go. Draws taking place. First ball out. Number 5. Number 5, Everton. Let's see what Andy Cole pulls out here. Will it be number 3? Number 6. Number 6. Everton get drawn against Fulham. So that's my prediction out the window. Everton, Fulham. So an all Premier League tie in that quarterfinal. First game, Everton at home against Fulham. Number 4 is the next ball out. Chelsea, here we go. Liverpool, just get it over with. We know this is going to happen, right? Here we go. Oh, number 7, it wasn't us. So Chelsea draw. Newcastle. Ooh, Chelsea, Newcastle. That'll do us a favour. So second game again, all Premier League 1, Chelsea versus Newcastle. Number 2 is the next ball out. Port Vale, go on the Reds, come on. Port Vale, and they will play. Number 1, Middlesbrough. So Liverpool will be playing West Ham. At home, Liverpool get the home draw. Liverpool at home to West Ham. So, just confirm, Liverpool at home to West Ham. Look, it's a tough draw. It's an interesting draw, but we got the home draw. And that's what I was looking for here. So, just to confirm before we finish up, the draw is as follows. Everton versus Fulham, Chelsea versus Newcastle, Port Vale versus Middlesbrough, and Liverpool versus West Ham. So, we did get the home draw, which I will take. Again, Chelsea, Newcastle, one of those two teams are going out, so that'll weaken the field down a little bit. So, my friends, that concludes our post-match show tonight. Keep an eye out for the player ratings video, which I'm going to record now. That'll be out soon. Again, Liverpool have been drawn at home to West Ham in the quarterfinals of the League Cup after beating Bournemouth by 2-1 tonight. West Ham, of course, beat Arsenal by 3-1. So that is it. Do hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the stream as well. Thank you to our sponsor, Surfshark. And we will catch up with you guys tomorrow, same time.